Hi, everybody. Lisa Michaels here, and I have the absolute pleasure and joy of introducing you to not only an amazing soul guide, but a dear woman so close to my heart. This is Nyaima Taylor, and sometimes Smith Taylor. It depends on which which last name configuration she's using. She has got such a heart of gold and is an incredible marketer. She has a business called Influence Alchemy, and she brings all of the teachings of the creation team into how you market. So, Naima, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Lisa. This is wonderful. I'm so happy to be here with you.
Yeah, I'm really glad you are. Well, let's just actually start with your journey about how you connected to the creation team in the first place. And then then I really want to be sure that we actually mention all the creation team players as we go along. So if I forget, remind me, okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So tell me your story to start with.
Yeah, so it's interesting because I don't remember exactly how we really locked in, but I feel like when we met each other, that was it. It was aligned. It was right, if I could just say it that way. And your body of work, I I was just so attracted to. That I would say I've always been attracted to astrology, but this was different.
Mm,
This was very different, especially when I started to go deep into it. So I feel like I didn't feel the incongruence so much of the disharmony internally, but it was like, little things that like just kind of prick you and you can't really explain them.
yeah.
And I feel like as soon as I started to understand the body of work, it was, oh, that's why this is like this, or that's why I react this way when this happens. Um, yeah, so it was wonderful. I think the biggest thing that I learned so much, I don't even know where to start, but one of the biggest things was my understanding of the planets and astrology and the signs. It was out there. Those are the things in the sky. And I think the biggest thing was really understanding that these were all about nature, it was an extension, that the signs are extension of the elements and even the planetary, even the how the expressions are an extension of nature. And that was so powerful because it just reinforced the idea of things are not out there. It's always the inner first working and then it's reflecting out, as opposed to the way I was expressing before was, these things are out there and almost like it's put on you. So this whole idea of the creation team was like, no, it's internal. It's not something in the sky that you're relating to because this is the map. It's in you. It is you because you are nature and you're part of nature. So for me, it really codified that. It really like helped me embody that you are a piece of nature. You are nature
Yeah,
at your core,
yeah,
even when you explain it in this beautiful paradigm of archetypes and astrology.
yeah, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, what I want to say to everybody is that the creation team is actually 8 key players. This is your core creation team. And certainly there's further we can go, but the core players, when you know them to start with, it super helps you to clarify who you are, what your essential nature is, how you express your life purpose, how you express your prosperity. And I mean, this is your inner feminine, your inner masculine, and let's not forget how they dance together. It's how the archetypal lens that you see the world and you communicate through. It's your what you've come to learn, what you came in already knowing, the fastest path to get there, your contribution in your right livelihood. I mean, there's so many aspects that you can come to number one, know, but also put in this alchemical typical combination of who you are. Now, I'm going to get to another question in 1 second, Naima, but I want to say one more thing. So, one of the cool things is Naima and I have been doing a lot of marketing pieces together. Like I told you, she's a marketing specialist, and she's been like the beautiful resources page for your life, for your soul prosperity code book. Naima created, I mean, so many beautiful pages that you like any beautiful page that you should see on my website ever. She probably created. So, so the important, interesting thing, though, is as we have worked together with marketing, we've even seen the nuances between how Taurus functions and how Virgo functions. So Virgo's like, let's just get to the practical part and let's just get it done. And Naima's like, no, we need to make it beautiful. And how that's what we're going to do. I mean, it has been so interesting and phenomenal to work together. So I'm just like, what are you feeling about all that I just said, Naima?
Yeah, the nuances that like I think like you hit it on the head. The nuances, the deeper you go, I always say this, like it seems like you read something and like you're done with it, but this work is never done. It's always unfold like oh, just a little bit more. Like you understand just a little bit more. You see like another nuance. You also see, especially like with us working together, and when you really, really understand somebody else's creation team as well, you start to see the interplay in the alchemy, not just in your creation team, but also in how the alchemy is happening with the relationship. So it's so powerful because it really influences how you relate to yourself, but then it also influences how you relate to other people. So good. It's so good.
Absolutely. And one of the things you said in the beginning, I want to just really reiterate, which is that the whole piece about embodying this work, about instead of it being out there to really understand it internally. And it's not like the archetypes go, oh, this is who you are, but they express through you. And it's how you get in that exchange with the archetype itself. And sometimes you actually have to tell an archetype to stop it. I mean, my Sagittarius life purpose was like trying to take over everything. And it's like, you expansive fire, you need to get a little bit back over here and behave yourself. So you can influence the archetypes in the same way that they can influence you. But again, if astrology is just put on you and it's not this living relationship with the elements and then the nuances of the way the elements express through those archetypes, if you don't connect to it there, then you don't have this embodied relationship. And that's what matters so much. So, how have you seen that? I mean, I know how it influences marketing because I've witnessed it, but what do you want to say to other people about how it influences marketing?
Yeah, in every way. I think it's almost impossible to do good marketing. And of course, you can do the things, but when I say good marketing, I mean aligned with your marketing, where you feel good about your marketing, where you feel like you're not being pushed, where the marketing is a true expression of you.
Yeah.
It requires that you know yourself at these core levels, and understanding your creation team really, really gives you that understanding so you can work with it.
Yeah.
So it starts to make certain questions that come up in marketing very easy to answer.
Mhm.
Should I do this? Oh, well, it doesn't really feel good based on who I am.
Right. Right.
Even not even your archetypes, who I am, because you start to embody those archetypes.
Yeah.
And so it just becomes so much easier how you express. You kind of you get these what's the word I'm looking for? It almost gives you a framework, an
Yes.
internal
Yes.
framework for marketing. And then what happens is you transform it. It's not marketing anymore. You're just showing up
Right.
in your highest expression. And to me, that's what marketing should be, where you're showing up in your highest expression, sharing your gifts with the world.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, one of the things that's been very meaningful to me when working with marketing with you is how you take the time to really make sure something's in resonance. Because if it's not in resonance, then it's not going to resonate with the client, the person that you're working with whoever you're speaking to. And, you know, it has made such a difference. And that's unusual, Naima, for marketing. I mean, I don't see that a lot. They usually just like, here's the prescription, go take the pill and do the thing, you know?
Exactly, exactly. And that is why this work, bridging it with marketing or really anything else you do is
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
powerful because you would never go to a doctor and just have the doctor not know who you were and just say, oh, okay, these are your symptoms. They don't know anything else about your medical history. They don't know, they've never checked any of your blood work. They don't know anything, right? You
Right.
just showed up and they said, like you said, here's a pill.
Right.
But we do that in so many other areas of our life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is the opportunity that we really, really take off the traditional glasses, take off the conventional
Right.
glasses,
Right.
and put on the glasses of our inner power.
Yeah. 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 So there's two particular creation team players that you know, just in talking with you, I really feel like are super key for marketing. And they are for women, the inner feminine, because if she's not being expressed, we know, you know, we have a problem right to start with. And then the communication style that a person has, those seem really super essential. Anything you want to speak to about those two?
Yeah, super essential. And I'll go back even just to my story. Like understanding my Venus gave me permission to show up in a way that I never had before. So I was very, very ingrained in this sun sign. Okay, Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. But I always had these very expansive ideas and moving, which is not a Taurus trait. Taurus is very fixed. Taurus is very, like I want things this way, methodical. And so just really understanding my Venus allowed me to really even step into this new kind of marketing. Before I didn't even want to share it. Like I didn't want to say the kind of marketing I want to do. It was conventional and just understanding that no, your Venus wants like Gemini needs to share this message
Right, right, right.
with so powerful. And I see that with my client, people I work with as well.
Right, right. So the Venus, for everybody who might not know, this is the inner feminine. Absolutely. So Gemini is super creative, like it loves to communicate. And a lot of times it is also visual communication. It's not only the words that are spoken, but that visual communication. So you know, I can completely see that for you. And I kind of watched that unfoldment, which is really cool, you
Yes.
know. And
And
that,
definitely this work and your just genuine input and understanding and ability to really nurture and hold space for that unfolding has definitely been key to my development.
mm,
So I'm like so
oh,
appreciative.
thank you, thank you, thank you. So the communication style, like talk to me a little bit about that because that's how you see everything.
Course, that's how you see everything. I like to tell my clients, not only is how you see everything, it's also how you talk to yourself. It's how you communicate with yourself. So if
Right,
that communication is off or out of harmony, or even when it's in alignment, it also needs to be in alignment with what you're projecting out. And
right,
so it's so key because what is marketing if it's not how you show up, the experience that you give people, the way you communicate? It's so key.
right, right, right. Remind me what your communication style is in.
It is Taurus.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, yeah. And
Uh,
this is also why I always these big aesthetics and wanted the pleasure piece about it to be really, really something tangible. It definitely comes up as I'm working through marketing myself.
and it so matters. It's so beautiful. It makes such a difference. So to anybody who's listening, the deeper you go, truly, and I mean, there's a lot of ways to engage with this work, and we've kind of talked about it in the interviews, but I just want to, share again that you can take a class, you can do a self-guided program, you can read the book, you can work with a soul guide in a session. I mean, we've tried to give you lots of ways to get deeper in touch with who you are and how you express. And then there's the next step for anybody of like, I want to become a soul guide too. And what would you say to anybody, Naima, who's possibly considering becoming a soul guide? What guidance would you have for them?
Let's do it. Okay, so why do I say that? Because it's a win-win because the path is a path of you uncovering more of yourself. And then you're also equipped with the tools to help others
Mm,
uncover more of themselves.
mm,
So you almost uh, like it's the best of both worlds to
mm.
be able to even if you never wanted to share it, but even to have that insight to be able to see who people are at this deep level and how to relate to them and how to nurture them and how to if it's a little edgy where you could flow with it because you have such insight. It's powerful all around. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, yeah, it's so true. And I just want to add an additional thing of, in marketing and really in anything anybody does, every single element comes into play. Earth creates the structure and the form and the tangible quality of something. Water is this emotional connection, the way you magnetize a client and connect with them and hold safe space for them. Air's the vision you have for your business and your marketing, but it's also the words you use on paper or in your copy or anywhere you put your
Right.
bio, like all those things. And fire is just how you show up visibly and the actions you take to propel your business forward. But spirit is the alchemy of you. It
Mm,
is that core of who you are, that essence that shines through marketing. And Naima, you absolutely have the capacity to hold space for somebody to discover that in a deeper way and to help them uncover how to align their marketing with all of those pieces. So, any last words of wisdom that you want to share from your perspective?
I always feel like so overwhelmed because I have so much to share because the body of work is so potent and so powerful. But I would say just if there's even a little spark, if there's even a little curiosity, just find the easiest way to dip in, get the book, read something, go to the website, sign up for the newsletter, start to understand the cycles, the rhythms, and how you can relate to it. And Lisa gives amazing tools and techniques to really, really flow with the energy that's happening in the rhythms. Just start, and then you'll see. You don't have to take a dive, just a little bit, and it'll start to call you. It'll
Mm,
start to unfold within you in this beautiful way that you can't even imagine.
so sweet. And then you can apply all of that to your marketing.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Naeem. It was
Thank
just a delight.
you. Thank you.
All
It's
right.
wonderful.
Take care, everybody.